Hey, well, welcome back to Y.O.B. I just got out of the theater. Uh, I just saw Shang-Chi. My immediate reactions is I think you should go see it. I think it's a good movie. Yes, the middle is kind of slow, but I do believe it's because of plot misplacement. I believe that I'm not gonna spoil. This is the beginning. I'll spoil it at the end of this video. Pretty much, I think the acting is good. I think the lead is funny and great, and well, the good and the bad. Spoiler free. I think the lead is great. There's one. I think the acting is good. The lead is great. All the acting is great. I think two, the writing is great. I think the writing is really good. Um, Three, I think the action scenes, not all of them, but some of them were really, really good, really fun. Let me walk this way. Um, I'm gonna sit down actually. So that's the action scenes. For uh, the music, I wouldn't actually say the music. I think some of the songs are kind of boring. The music's alright sometimes. Um, that's about. Those are the good. The bad is, I think, the middle. Writing is just certain writing placement. There's only one element that kind of like really hampers the flow of the film. I really do believe. Um, the music actually is not that good for the most part. There's a lot of songs that are not that good. That kind of just sound like someone's playlist. It doesn't sound like it fits or it should. I mean, maybe that's what people are into, and they're just trying to appease to people that they like, you know, um, for like mainstream music and stuff, And what else is bad? I think that it doesn't have that many. It's this is a if you're not you have to kind of like you have to focus because it's a new character and it's kind of like when you see a Marvel movie you want to have it's the same thing with Black Widow really. Um, it's pretty much like if we wanted the story to continue, but it's pretty much an origin story for Shang-Chi, and if you're willing to kind of like forget about the main story and all that, um, it's cool. I think that's enough for the non-spoilers. My rating will be a 8.5 out of 10. Very good, but there's an element that really hampers it in the middle that knocks it down a point and a half. It really just knocked down the pacing in the middle. The pacing in the middle just feels very empty. It feels kind of boring. It feels like then I actually was feeling a little sad because I was like in the middle. It's really in the middle, you know. And yeah. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Now to the spoiler. Shang-Chi, um, you know, I did think the ending was very satisfying. I wouldn't say very satisfying. It was good. With the father, I think it's hampered by the CGI. Honestly, that's another negative. I didn't want you to talk about the spoiling thing. I think the scene was father sacrificed himself is so potent, and I actually teared up. It made me tear up a couple times in this movie. It's so good. Um, but like just after that there's a CGI kaiju battle that kind of feels like this deflated all the emotional. That's why I kind of like this reminds me that this is either you're gonna have to bring really good CGI, and Marvel has not really been doing that lately with CGI. Like still there's scenes where I think the CGI is kind of rough looking compared to movies like I've seen like Planet of the Apes where the graphics look flawless. Where it almost looks like real. So it's like I don't know. The graphics are not that great, and the CGI you could tell the green screen effects when the character is standing in that other dimension world. So I'm just kind of ranting at the beginning, spoiler ranting at the beginning. Um, you know, um, I don't think that having. I think that they should have used some more recognizable characters other than Wong, I believe his name is. Oh, the one that's friends with Doctor Strange. I believe that's his name. I might be totally saying that, but yeah. So just so you see where I am right now, I'm just at the Cinemark Theater, Spring Hill Mall Theater. But anyway, yeah. Um, yeah, it should. I wish that there was more characters. I mean, it was cool that we got those two, Bruce Banner and uh, Captain Marvel. I didn't think Captain Marvel would show up. And I mean, I do like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. I do like Brie Larson. I mean, I I, I like her as a person a lot, so I think I just because I have a bias. She's just really cool. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, and it's just cool that we got those two in it. Um, yeah, I think it just really could have helped with a little bit of adding in the real world. I think that, and I think the middle part suffers because, like, they really should have implemented the mother dying scene earlier. I think this should have all been in the beginning of the movie. I think it should have all shown like the drama and the stakes and the personal connection that that Shang 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 Chi and his father had, to the story. Even that scene, I was wondering where the scene was where his father went in and kicked those guys' asses with the rings at that bar. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. I wish it could have been a little bit stretched out and saw it like just a fight go on and like him whoop those guys' ass. Because it kind of just cuts away to a scene in a reflection. I'm like, come on, I wanted to see that. That would have been a little sick. I was really angry that they killed his mother, and I was like, that's a good motivation. And that was before that. I was bored actually, and that was like the middle part. I was actually bored and worried, like, oh god, this movie's gonna get boring. I hope I don't get bored. This might be disappointing. But then it brought me back after that, like when they saw the mother die, because then it brought stakes and drama and weight to it, and that was what the movie was missing halfway through. It was fun, but halfway through you start realizing, I think, that there's no drama stakes, there's no personal stakes, there's no tension really, and it's just a lot of flash. So especially when they got to the dimension where the mother was, um, there was like by that point I was kind of like getting a little drawn out or pulled out because I was like, now we're implementing fantastical creatures, and even though I don't think I really liked the butt creature. It looked like the face was a butt, like it was like a two butt creature, and it was just goofy kind of. I mean, it was cute, but it wasn't cute really. It was kind of just goofy, and it was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's funny. I don't know. It's just too goofy and silly. And even the Mandarin guy from Iron Man 3, I did not like. Was put in it. I don't know. It's cute, but I don't know. And he was funny. So I don't know. So now to spoiler good. I think the actor played Shang-Chi did a great job. I thought he was really good with his acting, and he's funny. His timing was good. I think Aquafina was great in it. She was funny. I liked her a lot. I like that she just looks like a real girl, like a real woman. I mean, not like some supermodel. I'm so tired of that. She just looks like a regular person. And it was just so cute, their relationship. And I think they have good chemistry, And I actually, I really want them to dwell, go into that a little bit more in the second one. Build their relationship because I feel more chemistry between her and him than Mary Jane and Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And it was good. That was good. The Mandarin father, his father, was a great. I wish we got more fight scenes with him. Not as many as I wanted. Um, the fight scenes were good. The bus fight scene was really good. Um, the jokes had good timing. Yeah, I really enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed this. The middle part, like I said, because it didn't. I think if they implemented the stakes and drama and the mother dying in the beginning, so we know it would have been more comfortable and we would have had stakes. Because after that happened, even the kaiju battle, which if they didn't put that the mother dying or any kind of drama or any kind of pain into it, like they actually made me tear up. And it was such good acting and good writing. It made me tear up. I like the writing too. That's another thing. The writing was really good. And they had like the monster that kind of looks like a Cthulhu monster that they're like and since the fantastical creatures were it was supposed to be another dimension to protect us from like our earth realm from like a dark realm and so it was I bought it more. I was worried that those things were actually in our world and I was like, oh geez, this is gonna be goofy and I'm just gonna pull me out. I actually invested in it because I was like, oh well, it's not in our dimension. It's like aliens, pretty much. So I was like, okay, I could accept that. So that's kind of cool, you know. Um, yeah, I really think I recommend you go see this in theaters. It was fun. I think my biggest complaints, my last comments, my biggest complaints, really are the CGI. I don't think was good. I think the CGI had a lot of scenes where it was just kind of like this looks like CGI, you know, and it looks kind of like a cartoon now. And it was putting like all the scenes that look real, I was enjoying. You know, even the fight scenes that look real, I liked. You know, so I was just like, I don't really want to see a lot of CGI, and I think the ending kind of deflated, you know, any tension because it was all CGI battle. And I was like, oh, you know, and I don't really like that. That's why I think Spider-Man 1 was Sam Raimi's movie, Spider-Man 1 had the best finale fight scene with a villain and a hero because it was all practical. It looked dark and and I think the finale should have been Shang-Chi and his father fighting, and it should have been like maybe him sacrifice himself at the very last second, and then some quick way of just killing the creature off. But I understood they had to implement it for story reasons, but I think it should have somehow it should have like it should have finalized some way written in some way finalized it with Shang-Chi, you know, and his father fighting. You know, that should have been the ending of the movie, the final fight. You know, it should not have been. I think just adding all that extra stuff with the dragons and all that. I don't know. I know they had to do it because you know. So I mean, I'm gonna let it pass for that, but that's why I'm like, you know, uh, yeah, I like this. Like I said, it's totally 8.5 out of 10 movie. Um, I love movies. Um, yeah, this is fun. Cinemark. Shout out to the Cinemark. Yeah, this is a good theater. I enjoyed myself. Um, it is good prices here. You know, leaving the popcorn is like $5 for a small, and drinks actually have a small drink. That's like $3 or something like that, $4. So it's like I like this theater for pricing. Just shouting out because I think that's what every theater should be. It should so you could get popcorn instead of like I'm gonna have to break the bank now because I gotta get. I went to AMC or I think and it was like $10 for fucking popcorn, $10 for a drink. It's like Jesus Christ, the tickets in us, so you're paying like $30 for yourself. So no, yeah, I really like this place. Uh, So yeah, and you know, everyone wear the mask. And I hope the theater stays open for No Time to Die, James Bond, because I really want to see that in the cinema. I really want to see Dune in cinema. I really want to see the Many Saints of Newark in cinema. And yeah, this is I think I recommend you go to the cinema to see this. Don't just go. You know, this is better than Black Widow. I think. You know, I think it's better than Black Widow. You know, Black Widow didn't have any scenes where I teared up. You know, it was kind of just meh. You know, and it was very sad throughout. You know, except for Florence Pugh, which I like her from Midsummer. She's a great actress. I'm glad she's gonna be the new Black Widow. Um, but yeah, you know, got a long drive back. I hope all of you are doing good tonight. Yep. Um, 8.5. I recommend you go see this movie in theaters. Thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me, you know, on this here bench. Um, um, please like, it helps out the channel with the algorithm. Please subscribe. If you like these videos, if you stayed, you obviously liked what I was saying. And I really appreciate anyone who does like and subscribe. Um, Comment below if you like this movie, if you've seen it. If you don't like this movie and you've seen it. And shout out to my family. I love all of you. And shout out to my friends. Which I don't really think. I only have a few friends, and shout out to them. Yeah. I recommend you guys go check out Shang-Chi, The Legend and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This was a good movie. As always, may the Force be with you. Peace.